Welcome back to a brand new episode of Gen Z BTC. It's me, Satoshi Guapamoto, and today I'm here to call out one of my favorite YouTubers, Rajat Soni. I'm here to expose you. Now, if you guys don't know who Rajat Soni is, he is a legend in the Bitcoin space. Only really started making videos this year, super big on Twitter. Go ahead and give him a follow. And he gave me my big break by letting me do an interview on his channel. So thank you so much. Today, I'm going to be disagreeing with Rajat. I'm not actually exposing him. And he talks about how people will ignore Bitcoin until it is $1 million. And I'm here to say that that is actually incorrect. People will ignore Bitcoin forever, right? And I'll explain what I mean by that. But the price of $1 million will not make people start caring about Bitcoin magically. They will still feel the same way about it today as they will when it's a million. And let me get into why that is. So first off, people ignored Bitcoin when it was 7 cents. They ignored it when it was $7. They ignored it when it was 70. They ignored it when it was 700, 7,000, and it is currently 70,000. And let me tell you right now, nobody cares. Nobody cares. Okay? I care. You care because you're a Bitcoiner and you're a Gen Z BTC fan. Rajat Soni cares. And the people on Twitter in our little bubble, we care, right? Because we get it. We understand. We are actually focused on this thing and we have a vision for this thing. But we have to talk about normies, right? Because that's who he's talking about in his video. When he talks about people will ignore Bitcoin, he's talking about normies. Normies will ignore Bitcoin. No coiners, people who have no coins, they will ignore Bitcoin till it's a million. And I'm here to say that the normies and the no coiners will continue to ignore it past 1 million, because even though a million is a big psychological level and it will have a huge impact globally in terms of how much Bitcoin will be worth at that point, it just won't matter to people. No one's going to care. Like, they're just not going to. And the reason why is they've already seen 100x and then another 100x and then another 100x and then another 100x. If Bitcoin does a 100x from here would be 7 million. Then maybe from there they'll care a little bit more. That's a huge difference. But even a 10x from here, 70,000 going to 700,000. I'm telling you right now, nobody is going to care about that. Because people don't actually care about the price. Okay, they don't care about the price. They don't care about the market cap. They don't care about Bitcoin at all, because regardless of how high the price goes, it could go to a billion. It does not matter to people who do not understand what Bitcoin is or the problem that Bitcoin solves. So there's twofold. The issue is twofold. People do not know what Bitcoin is, and they do not know the problem that Bitcoin solves. So regardless of the price, even though the price is Bitcoin's greatest advertising tool, no one is going to care about Bitcoin enough to study it and learn about it, buy it, hold it, secure it on a cold wallet if people don't know what it is and what it solves. So an example of people like knowing and having a recognition of a name brand is like Apple, right? If I spell it like this, most people probably don't exactly know what it is, but they can kind of guess, oh, that's Apple. You know what I mean? It's close enough. And when it comes to owning and buying Apple stock, most people are not doing that. You know what I mean? They just, first off, they don't buy stocks in the first place. But when it comes to recognizing the brand, Apple is so in your face. It is so synonymous with the technology that solves the problem of having the best smartphone, the most pristine, the most luxurious smartphone, even though that's no longer the case. It's the fact that that's what's associated with the brand, right? And that brand has permeated itself into, especially American society, but Western society in general, so much that everyone wants to be associated with Apple, despite the fact that they don't know how much the share price is. They don't know about the market capitalization. They don't know about the earnings or the revenue of the company or anything like that. They just know that they make a product, right? They know the problem that Apple solves. They fill the gap of cellular devices, right? So the price does not matter at all. It's about the brand. The Apple brand is so big and so strong, and the network effect is so big that everyone knows what Apple is, right? When it comes to Berk A, right? What is this? I guarantee you, literally only maybe 5% of Americans can tell me what this is. Maybe less than 5%. Berkshire Hathaway common stock A, right? The main Berkshire Hathaway stock. Warren Buffett's gigantic company. A share of Berkshire Hathaway is literally $700,000. Okay, it's already 10x the current Bitcoin price. Now, obviously, this has to do with the amount of shares that they have issued, the amount of shares they have outstanding, stuff like that. But what I'm trying to get at here is that the price doesn't matter. Berkshire Hathaway is going to go to 1 million. No one's going to know what it is. No one knows what Berkshire Hathaway is. No one cares what it is. Doesn't matter if it's 1 million. Nobody cares. Nobody knows what this is. There is no Berkshire Hathaway brand. Okay, Warren Buffett really has no brand. He's not that popular. Ask most people who Warren Buffett is. They don't know who that is. They don't know what this company does. They don't know what this is. And if I tell them it's 700,000, oh, well, that's cool. Oh man, probably too late to buy it. Probably should have bought it when it was $7. Probably should have bought it when it was 70. They will say the same thing about Bitcoin. Hey, Bitcoin's $1 million. Oh, well, first off, it's a scam. Oh, the bubble just got to $1 million. Oh, that's a big bubble. And two, oh man, I wish I would have got in earlier. Oh no. Oh no. Because they don't know what Bitcoin's doing, right? They literally just think that that's $1 million worth of Ponzi, you know? So the price really doesn't matter in this case. Nvidia, another one. I'm gonna be real. Most people do not know what Nvidia is. They do not know. They do not know. And this is literally the biggest company in the world right now. And it's going to continue to be the biggest because they're going to manufacture the infrastructure for AI to really take over. But they don't know what this is. They don't care what this is. They don't know what the price of this is. They don't care. There is no Nvidia brand. All right. And that's what we really need to focus on. Now, also, let's just talk about the amount of users. Let's just highball. This is a lie. This is literally a lie. 100 million people hold Bitcoin in cold storage. That's a lie. 100 million people hold Bitcoin. Divide that by 8 billion. You're looking at less than 0.01% of people globally that are holding Bitcoin, who are using Bitcoin. That's not even saying who understand it. Just people who are holding and using Bitcoin. That number is extremely small. And let's say Bitcoin, again, does more than a 10x, goes to 1 million. Even on a 10x in terms of adoption, we're still less than 1%. I understand adoption does not actually move in that way. It's not linear like that. It's exponential, but we're not going to see the exponential growth for a long, long time. And that comes with education. That's why channels like mine are so important. Like Rajat Soni, his channel is so important. All of the Bitcoin educators in the space are extremely important because they are the ones that get people to stop ignoring Bitcoin, not the price. I guarantee you when Bitcoin goes to 1 million, not a single person, and by single person, I mean like the majority of people. Majority of people are not going to care at all. It's just $1 million Ponzi scheme. The $70,000 Ponzi scheme went to 1 million. That's all there is to it. So we have to teach people what's actually happening, right? The reason why Bitcoin is going up so much is not only because of its value, but it's because you need more dollars just to get one Bitcoin. Why is that happening? Like, people don't understand that concept. You have to get people to understand concepts. Why is it that I need 70,000 pieces of paper to get one piece of digital currency, one piece of digital real estate, as Michael Saylor calls it? Why is that happening? To understand that is the key to making people not ignore Bitcoin. To teach people to understand that your paper money has no actual value, and it is backed up by the full faith and credit of the United States, which is going down because the dollar is losing its legitimacy, and the credit rating of the United States is literally getting downgraded because they cannot service the deficit. They cannot service the debt. They're literally insolvent, right? When people start to understand this, when people start to understand that federal bankers print money, which debases and dilutes their holdings, then they start to understand the problem that Bitcoin solves. When people start to understand Bitcoin is not backed by anything, when they understand that, right now they don't understand that. They just think, oh, Bitcoin's backed by nothing, therefore it has no value. When you understand that Bitcoin is literally backed by nothing, yes, that's when you can realize how much value it has. What is gold backed by? It's backed by nothing. Yes, but it still has value. Why? Because gold is the thing that backs stuff. People they do not get that at all. Millions, billions of people do not understand what I just said. What backs gold? Nothing. Gold is the thing that backs stuff. It's the money that backs the stuff. My money is backed by gold. Guess what? My money is backed by Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the thing that backs your money up, that actually gives it value. Okay? That's if you want to use paper currency, right? If you want the dollar to not go to zero, you back the dollar with gold. You back the dollar with Bitcoin. Bitcoin is harder and better and more useful and more verifiable and more easily transferable than gold. That is why the digital economy in the 21st century will go from a fiat standard to a Bitcoin standard. They will not go back to a gold standard because that's already been done. And that's how we got into the current situation. I'm sorry to tell you, that's how the world works. That's how rational actors work. That's how game theory works. And that's what we're witnessing play out right now. So understanding concepts, right? Groceries aren't getting more expensive. Like the price of the groceries itself. Like, yes, the number is going up, yes. But the stuff itself is the same. The stuff is not gaining value. You know what I mean? The paper dollars are going down in value. Your paper dollar's usefulness was up here, but now the usefulness of a paper dollar is now down here. Because it is less useful, I will need more of them in order to get the same stuff. Understanding concepts is what will make people stop ignoring Bitcoin. But until then, the price is completely irrelevant to the average person because it just means that the scam is getting bigger and their bitterness and resentfulness is just going to get bigger and bigger because people who own Bitcoin are going to continue to get richer because life gets cheaper on a Bitcoin standard. People are going to try to blame them. They're going to hate on them. They're going to chastise them. They're going to try to persecute them and they're going to try to scapegoat them, right? Because they don't understand what's happening. We have to boost understanding. And that's what we do every single day when we make a video. So I just want to get on here and talk about that. Obviously, I'm not actually exposing Rajat, but I think Rajat, if you see this, and I really hope you do, I'm going to share it with you on Twitter. I'm going to bug you. I hope you see this. Then you'll probably agree with me that people don't actually care about the price. That might sound like a crazy statement, but I'm telling you right now, the average person does not care about the price of Bitcoin. If you ask them, and don't worry, I got some street interviews coming. I'm the best content creator in the Bitcoin space right now, but I just haven't released all my heat yet. Trust me, it's coming. But if you ask people on the street, wink, wink, they're not gonna know the price. People say stuff like 20,000. People say stuff like 10,000. People say stuff like 100,000. They don't know because they don't care. Because they don't own any. People who don't own any don't care about the price. So anyways, that's all I got to say. Thank you so much for watching. Sorry about my long rant. Rajat, what's up, man? When am I going to be back on the channel? Hope you're having a good day, everybody. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Share it with someone if you think they might also find it interesting. And I'll see you on the next video. Stack sats or die trying.